Previously on Dandies in Danger.
Daniel has been whisked away by one of the dancers. So what is Zachery doing?
You should try to do like a running start and tackle him off the dance floor.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah! It's a nat 20!
Oh, excuse me. And he puts his hand on the small Daniel's bag and he clasps Daniel's other hand and spins away and out.
They are even further from Liam and Adrian.
He decides to go into the middle.
And the environment changes. Something is radiating from the center. It looks like a sleeping form. You won't fall here. Please, move forward. Now, Robin is there, and Liam and Adrian leap into the center.
Big Mom. Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out.
I don't. He doesn't need to be helped. This is just who he is.
Without Oberon, we will be stuck here indefinitely. Give my husband back his power so that we would not be trapped and perish. If you should succeed, you would have the gratitude of 2 monarchs.
It would be an honor, says Zachery.
Before you go, I will give you a gift. And she's going to reach out her finger, and they have a small golden spot on their forehead. So the 4 of you are returned to the field you were before with 12 pillars. And this time, the air is awash with moths. You feel even more disconnected from this space than you have. And you can hear the fluttering of the moth's wings past your ear. And as you do, you pick up on a little something else. And it sounds a little like voices.
My name's Haile. My pronouns are she, her, and I play the voice of Zachery Wilkos.
Hi, my name is Cass. My pronouns are she, her, and my character is Liam Bardsley.
Hi, I'm Chess. Pronouns he, she, they, whatever you please, and I play Daniel Pritchard.
Hi, I'm Toast. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Adrian Edwards.
I swallowed a moth once. I was running very quickly home from a doctor's appointment. It was at night, and I guess the moths were up because I was running, trying to get home, and then suddenly I catch this insect in my mouth. It explodes essentially on the back of my throat. Very, very dusty. I was coughing all the way home, and I had to drink. I think it was 3 glasses of water afterwards. Yeah, that's my story about how I swallowed a moth. Poor thing. I was frightened.
Breathe, Daniel.
Wonderful.
I would like Zachery to take 1 hit of HP off.
Got it.
Why? For having to listen to that story?
Off as in
You have
healing,
lost
I'm
lost a point of HP.
Wait, why?
Great.
Wait.
Now I'm at 12.
What's
Because
residually happening?
Stuff. Don't worry about it.
well, what's happened is that Robin is clinging to the back of your calf.
Oh.
Desperately, with his claws sunk into your flesh, and he's kind of just sort of wrapped around it like a little koala.
Yeah!
He jumps off now.
Oh, jeez.
That was a wonderful story about the moth, Daniel. I thought it was riveting, life-changing even, quite incredible.
Zachery's just hopping around and holding his leg
Were you hitching a ride back there?
'Cause none of you, nincompoops, remembered to pick me up before we left.
I was dancing! If we stopped dancing, we were gonna fall through. Well, not when we were talking to... Listen, a lot's on my mind.
Yeah, cats don't dance.
We went through a lot. Adrian's gonna actually have a sit down himself this time. He's gonna sit down and have a drink out of his flask.
Does his HP change?
I'm at full,
Flash.
so
Okay.
this isn't for stats. He's just doing it because he need a drink.
Let's get a character outline of his addition.
Liam turns to Zachery. Where did you learn to dance, Zachery?
I don't think I ever did. Why? I know it was terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah?
Well, maybe you should consider it. It was not the worst thing I've ever seen. Your agility was quite impressive.
You don't have to be so kind. I know it was just the heat of the moment. One does what they have to do in order to get their friends out of the grasp of a fairy, right? I mean...
It was quite swashbuckling. Daniel has kind of like starry eyes towards Zach.
Zach sort of waves his hand in front of Daniel really quickly.
What?
I think you still are affected by that handprint, or whatever is glowing on you.
Oh. Can it be seen over his clothes?
Yes.
Daniel looks at the mark on his chest. He seems very troubled that it is still there. He tries to wipe it off with his hands.
Wiping it off does not work.
Cool.
He looks at Zach. He looks worriedly at Liam. He looks at Adrian. Looks quickly away from Adrian because Adrian is no help. He's just sitting on the ground drinking. He looks back to Liam.
Liam comes over. Now, calm down. Let's try taking off your jacket.
Right.
We'll just unbutton the overcoat just a bit.
Yes, of course. So silly of me. And he takes off his jacket.
It is on the waistcoat.
It's on the waistcoat. He takes off his waistcoat. It's probably on his shirt. Right?
Yeah, it is on his shirt.
Stop there,
He
please.
undoes his... He's frantic and he's in a process and he can't stop.
Daniel.
He takes off his cravat.
Liam takes Daniel by the shoulders and is like, we'll figure this out, alright? It's
I
gonna
just
be
have to
all
know.
right."
I have to know. He pulls his shirt open and looks at his chest.
The handprint is on his chest.
Well, your skin's next. Go ahead and undo that.
He stumbles a little bit and then he sits down.
Adrian offers the flask.
He looks very pale.
Mm-hmm.
He takes the flask without looking at Adrian, staring at the ground, and drinks from it. A good heavy swig.
All right.
And hands it back to Adrian.
Thank you.
Liam is standing and crosses his arms and looks down at Robin. Do you mind explaining that to us then? If you can.
Don't worry about that. I know I've said that before. But look at your foreheads. Well, not at your own forehead. Obviously, you can't do that. But look at each other's foreheads.
The fingerprint that Titania had left each of you with is still there, but it is fading slightly. And as it fades, all four of us start to feel a little refreshed. And so it's a slow process, but the aches you feel in your joints, places where you may have been bruised, that is starting to fade. And I am going to be boosting everybody back to full health.
Hell yeah!
I was already at full.
And the hand on Daniel's chest is slowly fading away as well.
Oh, look at that! Oh, thank God. He lies down on the grass.
Feel free to put your clothes back on at any time.
Yeah, in a moment. I mean, his shirt's just like open, like at the top. Like it's still tucked in and like still buttoned.
Which I would argue,
Yeah, but
then
halfway
it's still
up.
pretty risque.
Yeah,
it's still-
we're
yeah,
all
yeah, it
incredibly
is.
repressed.
Yes, that's true.
As you're lying there in the grass, the moth that was on the shoulder of your jacket had been crawling onto the shirt, and now it crawls across your chest, and it kind of crawls up around the neck area, and it crawls up your face, and it covers your eyes with its wings.
He had kind of twitched a bit at an insect crawling on him. Then he was like, "Oh, it's just you." And then it was like crawling up, and he kind of like, as it was near his mouth, he thought like, "Oh, I hope I don't swallow this one." And then now it's on his eyes, and he's like,
You are unable to move.
Cool.
"Can he talk?"
Nope, you are unable to speak. You have now passed out.
Oh, cool.
The moth that was on Liam's shoulder has done the same thing, and Liam falls backwards and is now prone.
Oh, this is, Zachery checks his own body for any moths. Are there any?
Nope.
Thank God. Fuck. He looks at Adrian, and he's checking Adrian for moths.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay,
No
well,
moths.
Adrian takes another drink.
Okay,
A lot of a drink. Starting to get anxious now.
He goes for, Zachery goes for Daniel, and is like, Daniel, and he's like trying to take the moth off of Daniel's face.
Your hand passes through the moth,
Yay! Like, rears it back really spooked.
Speaking of which, I would like both of you to roll 1d8 to see your spook. Just Adrian and Zachery.
I got a 7.
Oh, I got a 7 as well.
Oh,
Now
let's
I'm
see.
past full spook.
Yeah, we can't get, like,
Yeah, I can't get extra spook. I'm
extra
just full.
spooked. Like, emotionally, you can be extra spooked.
Yeah,
But
okay.
both Zach and Adrian are now at full spook.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. We roll to see how many turns next time we're in combat that we have spook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a d6, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just 6 then.
Okay.
I have 5 turns.
Y'all got spooked real bad.
Well, our friends passed out because of bugs.
Like-
you've seen worse.
No! The two of
Have,
us.
though.
But my sweet
No.
kicks could save me before. I can't just kick the moth off your face.
Yeah.
I mean, you could try.
I can.
Is Liam, like, also passed out or just prone?
Passed out. Completely
Okay.
passed out.
Adrian's gonna crawl over there, I guess. He's not gonna stand up. He's gonna crawl over and also try to get the moth off his face.
Your hand passes through the moth.
Okay, he shakes his hand off, and then he raises his hand in the air, and he's gonna try slapping Liam in the face.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll 1d4.
Okay. 3.
Liam takes 3 points of
Okay,
damage.
I was worried about
Wow.
that. Worried about that, but I thought,
It's a good fucking slap.
Well, I only let Adrian slap with a d4 because honestly, I don't think he has a 6 in him yet.
no.
I don't have any spells, so this is
No.
unfortunate, because I'm the only one with, like, any sense of magic. Except for the fact
Robin, what's happening?
Yes.
What is this?
I don't know.
Don't tell me you don't know.
I don't know.
Are the pillars still around?
The pillars are still behind you. The other moths are still around. You can still hear certain voices. These are the 2 moths that you passed on your journey that have kind of come along with you. You don't recognize any of these other moths. They're strangers. They're strangers to you.
Robin, Adrian's gonna be like reaching out trying to grab Robin.
Robin is darting slightly away into the tall grass.
Oh, shit. This is Zachery, and he kind of... he's unsure what to do.
The moths are gonna take our faces.
That's great. Anyway, he looks over at Adrian and goes, okay, probably best thing to do is find Robin or continue. And I don't even have an accent. I'm so panicked. Sorry, let me try that again.
It's alright, I've been there.
Shit. Okay, probably best thing to do is to follow Robin, yes?
And leave the both of them here on the ground.
No, we're gonna have to drag them with us.
Have you seen me? Have you seen you?
Do you just want to stay here and keep drinking?
Adrian just looks at Zachery.
Do you think it's best to stay here and keep drinking?
I'm going to cut you there.
Oh no.
And we're going to go on a magical journey inside Daniel's mind.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Cue tinkling music. That was very good. Thank you.
I'm old.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Daniel.
Yes.
Well, that was a near thing, wasn't it, you hear yourself say? Did they hurt you, Virtue? There's a young woman hovering near you. Her face is severe, and her dress is at least 100 years out of date, but you feel a wash of familiarity and warmth towards her. This is your sister. Not a scratch. Mind you, my stomach still hurts from when I punched the mirror back at the beginning, you say. Your sister pinches the bridge of her nose. Then we'll rest here for a moment, she sighs. You're in the field of muted bluegrass, standing before the 12 pillars. You catch sight of the little gray cat batting absently at a blade of grass. Robin, may I sit with you? You say. Robin's tail twitches, and you take that as a yes. Once you sit down, Robin leaps into your lap, graciously accepting a few chin scratches. Thank you for warning us about those stone creatures, Robin. From the way they approached us when we reached the altar, I can't imagine any good would have come of it.
Certainly not. Those contractors probably saw you two as skulls walking around with a bundle of meat attached. You're no good to me without a head on those shoulders. Mark him well, brother. He's only keeping us alive for his own ends. Don't be so cold, Felicity. He's trying to free his people. And if it weren't for humans, well, the church, Oberon would never have made a contract in the first place. It's only right that we should help.
Is that me speaking?
Mm-hmm. If his cause is so noble, he could have explained everything before trapping us in this mirror world, or even before you hurt yourself trying to escape. You can see your sister clenching her skirts violently, so you place a hand on her shoulder. You'll get us out of here safe and sound, you always do. Even if I didn't trust Robin, I trust you and your powers. Your sister relaxes her fist and pushes a lock of hair out of her face. Oh, we'll get out of here without a doubt. And when we do, Master Goodfellow, you'll uphold your end of the bargain. Robin leaps out of your lap and trots closer to the pillars. Once Oberon is free, nothing will be simpler than healing some snotty tot. Felicity stands to tower over the cat, hands on her hips. Healing only. No changelings, no special gifts. I want Hope to live a normal life. How dull! But it is as you wish. Your little sister will be cured once Oberon is free. Now, are you two quite rested? We'll have to move very quickly through the next bit. Instead of standing up, you cross your hands behind your head and lean back into the grass. I don't know, you say. It's incredibly peaceful here. You point up at the black sky. And I could sleep for hours without the sun turning me red or father coming to find me. With a sideways glance, you see Felicity's boots stomping up, and suddenly she's tugging your ear. And it hurts, but not very much. And she's scolding you for not being able to read the situation, like always, but she seems less tense, so that's good at least. When Robin guides you to the first pillar, you find comfort in your sister's confident expression. She holds your hand, and you carry the cat, and the three of you travel through the void together. Daniel, the next string of memories is very familiar. Felicity, Virtue, and Robin are traveling through the Palace of Westminster shortly before the fire breaks out. The major difference between your personal experience and the one you're witnessing through Virtue is that Robin is being very clear about the directions. They follow the same path, but Robin warns them when they're about to run into someone, giving them time to hide. They slip past Nathaniel without even saying a word. All three return safely to the pillars. At this point, Daniel, you wake up.
Hi, Haile here. Just gonna interrupt the episode real quick to give a few shoutouts to some new followers we found on YouTube recently. Thank you to Charlotte Wood, Allie Barbie, Nova Tanical, and Flippity Flappity. We really appreciate you taking the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not go ahead and do so? That way we can be kept up to date. You can be kept. That way you can be kept up to date on our newest episodes, animatics, and anything else we might come up with in the future. I'm not reading from a script. Also gonna do some Instagram shoutouts here. Thank you for followers Brian the Lumberjack and Immortal Vagabond for their fan art we spotted on Instagram. You can go check those out on our Instagram page under the highlight fan art. Seriously, very cool stuff. We were super thrilled when we saw it, and we just want to thank you guys for taking the time. And, we're really glad that you got inspired to do some drawings. And why not consider going to their page and giving it a like, show some love. And if you have Dandies in Danger fan art you want to show us, you can tag it on Instagram or Tumblr, and if we see it, we'll give it a shout out. We want to be doing more shout outs and more thank yous in the future because we cannot fully express our gratitude to wonderful followers and viewers like you who support us and make us feel really enthused about what we do. Seriously, every time there's a comment on the video, every time someone reblogs one of our Tumblr announcements, every time we see fan art on Instagram, we are always sending it to each other. We are always super duper enthused and so thankful, and we feel seen. And it's important to feel seen, right? Like what we do, want to help us out, you can tweet #Dandies in Danger and spread the word to your friends, family, friends, family. I had a stroke. Okay, that wraps it up. And now for the second part of episode 8.
At this point, Daniel, you wake up.
What's up, guys?
The moth is gone from Daniel's face. Adrian and Zachery, you saw the moth fold itself into Daniel's face and then sort of sink down through his skin.
Okay, if Zachery saw that, then Zachery is kind of over Daniel with his hands on Daniel's shirt, sort of like trying to shake him awake.
Mm-hmm.
And he probably hit a pause. Daniel probably woke up and, hey guys, and then Zachery like, exploded off of him and backwards.
He looks at his hands and realizes that he is him again. And he kind of gets up from the grass, not crawling, but like shuffling over to Zach. And he's like, we're not the first ones to go through here.
What do you mean?
There was, I don't know, I had it was like, I think 100 years ago, there was this boy named Virtue that I was seeing through. And then there was this girl, sister, named Felicity. And
Did that moth dust get you very high?
I didn't swallow it this time.
It could have been the drink.
Could have been. Wait, what? What's in that? Is it wine? It's not wine, is it? Is it gin?
Don't worry about it.
I'm now suddenly worried about it.
No, I can't have gin. I'm allergic to it.
It's not gin.
Ugh.
Right. Well, we are not the first ones to try this. Where's that blasted cat?
He's run off. He ran off into the tall grass.
Of course he did. We're sacrifices.
We are?
Yes.
Are we?
Oh, he gets lazier and lazier every time he does it. He was telling them when they were going to run into people, but not us. We don't matter. We're just sacrifices.
Daniel, are you sure this isn't just a dream you had?
I felt real. And she was wearing a 100-year-old dress or something.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't dream this stuff.
And he sort of like puts his hands up and he looks over at Liam. Is Liam
crying? Baby!
What is happening?
Adrian's leaning over him. He's
Haile
got his
just took
hands
a
on his
spook.
chest.
Haile took the spook.
Adrian is smacking Liam on the chest. Lightly. Liam, you awake? What happened? You have a nightmare?
Liam, are you okay?
I know why Robin hasn't told us anything.
Is it because everyone dies?
Is it because he's going to kill us?
There were,
Do you need a hanky?
do you have one?
Yeah.
Liam takes the hanky from Adrian. There were, two people, before us. A brother and a sister. Oh,
yes!
Keep going, but he had the same dream, but keep going.
Glad
I
you're
was the
awake.
sister. I think my name, her name, I think was, Felicity.
Yes. And the boy was Virtue.
Did you see it? The ballroom? You were in the ballroom?
No. I only saw Westminster. And the contractors.
Felicity and Virtue were both in the ballroom with the Fae, and the Fae got Virtue, and Felicity had, she had powers, I think, something that she could do. I could feel what it was like. I was so angry. As she was angry, she cursed Robin, I think. She said she told him after they got through the ballroom, he saved her, he got her out of the ballroom, but they couldn't get Virtue. He turned into one of those creatures. The creatures that were flying up at the ceiling, the gold ones, he was shimmering. He couldn't come back down, and then he was changed. And Felicity, though, she cursed Robin. She said, "We will either find your king and save my sister together, or neither of us will." She cursed him. He couldn't...
Brother?
No. Her sister...
Hope.
Yes.
The sick one.
Yes. That's right. I could remember that. And she said that if they failed, he would never be able to guide anyone else through this course again, or she forbade him from giving anyone the path, or else he would be frozen in place.
So obviously they did fail.
They must have. I didn't see what ever happened to Felicity.
Well, great, Felicity. Thanks a lot.
That's fantastic.
So they failed even with guidance. How are we supposed to succeed?
Well,
They lost one of their party.
We've almost lost.
But we
Either
haven't yet.
Well, we've come very close.
but we haven't yet.
I know, but we're clearly not out of this place. It could happen.
I suppose
It
in the
could.
same way that walking out the door you could get run over by a carriage could happen.
No, this is far more dangerous. This is a spiritual plane.
Zachery gets up and just sort of wipes his hands down his face. Well, we can't really do anything about that, so we're just gonna have to keep going, aren't we?
We have logic, we have physics in the real world. None of that applies here.
Okay, you're right. None of that applies here, and we don't have
We're
that
like
here.
children going out into London downtown when the carriages are all running about and there's marketplaces and there's squawking chickens and it's just terrifying. It's terrifying.
Does any of this
Adrian,
matter?
what did you give to Daniel?
Oh, don't give me that. You know it was the bloody moth.
Well, all right.
Zach's like, no, I live with him. He's just like this.
Well, calm yourself before you faint, he says.
Don't you dare tell me that.
Ah, he rolls his eyes.
Oh my god. Adrian's just curling up on the ground at this point. He's like, I don't want this. I'm lying down.
We shouldn't be arguing. If we argue, we're probably going to get into a lot more trouble than we already are.
This annoys Daniel. He points at Adrian and says, you get up.
No, not at all.
We're not going to give up. We just need to...
I'm only waiting.
Stop panicking, everyone. Stop it.
Daniel.
You're making me nervous.
Daniel.
Who's yelling?
He puts his hands on Daniel's shoulders. We're gonna be okay.
There's like a tiny tear that comes out of one of his eyes.
Bubba.
He breathes a little heavier and he seems to be calming down a bit.
I'm sorry. In that last place, I failed you, and I got you in trouble, and I got a gold hand printed on you, and then I made the decision and led us into the whole circle, and luckily that wasn't that bad, but it was still a very brash decision. He kind of scratches his head and he steps back and he goes, okay, I'm sorry. No more rushing ahead from me. We're all just gonna get through this together, okay?
Daniel nods.
I'm with you, Zachery.
Looks at Adrian.
Fair enough.
Well, Robin's run off, so we might as well try and figure out where he's gone. Actually, fuck that. There's the pillars. Daniel, is your cuff still got the writing on it?
Yes,
Yes,
yes. He looks at his cuff.
Well, if we can't rely on Robin, then we're just gonna have to rely on ourselves.
Is Robin like, did he actually fuck all the way off? Or is he just like a few yards away, peering?
He'll probably show back up again. You'll find
Alright.
out.
Most likely.
Just checking.
Daniel reads...
That
Oh, go ahead.
asshole. Sorry, I'm just mad. Go on.
Daniel reads the last part of this poem. September sees what you've found.
What we found was a bunch of lies and bullshit. I mean, the things you dreamed, but we found that. Found it out.
That's the 9th month.
September sees what you found?
Yes. I
There's
hate
a lot
that
of
because
imagery
that's,
going on.
that's the most harrowing part of the poem, in my opinion.
What have we found?
I think we found out what happened, well, almost what we found out to the other people. Something's happened to them. And those moths were on your eyeballs. Those sea
What?
things.
What?
What happened to the moth?
They were on your bloody faces.
It sort of
And then-
folded into you?
What?
It's in...
It's inside you.
No.
What?
Suck.
He shrugs.
Daniel goes pale.
No. I'm kidding. That was a good old joke. It
It
just
was
flew
a-
off and it joined its friends.
Yes, it was
What?
just a horrible, stupid joke.
Well, don't make...
Are
was
you
it a joke
lying?
or was it not?
It was
Are
a
you
joke.
lying
They,
now?
they flew away.
Don't
They
make
did.
bloody jokes like that in this place. You know I'm panicked.
Some people cope with humor.
Breathe, Daniel.
I know how to breathe. Don't tell me that He sits down, pouting.
Daniel,
What?
whatever happened to those two, to Virtue, well, I suppose we know what happened to Virtue, but what happened to them isn't going to happen to us.
How do you know? You don't know. You don't know.
Because we have 4 of us, so statistically, our odds are better.
Well, even if we lose one person,
No,
that
we won't.
kind of fate. What if it was you? What if we lost you? How would
No.
you feel if we just kept going on without you?
Well, knowing Liam, he would want us to soldier on without
No,
him.
no. I mean, I don't want to get lost here. I don't want Zachery to get lost here. I don't want Adrian to get lost here.
Really?
Well, I wouldn't wish it on my editor.
I'll take that, all right.
And obviously it goes without saying.
I'm not saying that we have better numbers so that at least one of us will survive. I'm saying there's more of us to take care of each other. We can watch each other's backs. There's more hands to reach out if someone is to stumble.
We're also not...
You did that, Daniel. You helped us up.
back in the beginning, whenever we were in that wild, insane church.
No,
You
I
grabbed us all.
sneezed. I sneezed and I alerted them.
And then you lifted us up together. And that's how we're going to finish this. Robin! Robin, good fellow. I know you're out there somewhere. Robin creeps out of the grass now. Ears flattened and tail is down. So, I'm going to assume that what those moths were was going to be perhaps some memories?
They were, apparently.
Right. Well, then that explains to all of you why I have not been quite as forthcoming as I would like to be.
Yes, you are less annoying now.
The situation hasn't changed very much from what it was before. We do still have to proceed.
What happened? What happened to those people? Well, what happened to that woman?
Which woman?
What was her
Felicity.
name? Yes.
Well, you might come across her very soon.
What?
Adrian starts shaking his head.
She's
He's
still
shaking
here?
his head.
So they failed in the last trial.
Perhaps yes, no?
Was she just on her own at that time? It was just her, right?
Liam kind of crosses his arms and nods his head and says, Virtue didn't make it past the ballroom. She would have been alone.
Well, at least we have that. There are 4 of us, and
Daniel rolls his eyes.
one of us at least has some insight into the Fae. He puts a hand on his own chest. Another one of us is sporty. And then you guys are doing really well.
Daniel is like looking tired and angry and is slowly putting all his clothes back on. He's tying his cravat.
I think Adrian's still sitting down, by the way. He never got up.
Well, we might as well keep going.
I'm with Zachery. I'm not going to get left here in some no space.
Well, we don't have much of a choice, do we? Do we?
No.
Exactly.
He ties his cravat and it's not tied very well. He just shoves his waistcoat on and doesn't. He's doing the buttons, but one of them is like slightly off. So they're all like one slightly off. We have to go forward, don't we? We don't have a choice. We're trapped. He puts his coat on.
Liam is going to walk over and is going to undo Daniel's waistcoat and going to be fixing the buttons and not making eye contact, but still speaking just in a very soft tone of voice. We're going to walk into the arena ourselves. That's what we're going to do. We're going to walk in there with our eyes open and we'll see whatever it is that we have found. And we're going to walk in there together and get out.
Adrian's really jealous right now. So jealous.
Liam can't help but kind of fix the cravat just a little bit. Like, he wasn't going to, but he can't, it's bothering him to look at. So he fixes the cravat just a little bit. And then he stands back and he puts his hands behind his back.
Yeah, but I've been making really bad D20 rolls, so
Just don't think about that.
I don't know how safe we are.
We're probably not safe at all.
Yeah, we're not, but we have to keep going.
He knows that this is the truth, of course. They do have to keep moving on. He kicks some grass with his hands on his hips, looking at the ground. He doesn't like it. He's in between a rock and a hard place, but he's doubtful, but he knows that they don't have any other choice.
Come on, Daniel, the longer you put it off, the scarier it becomes.
But I'm not putting it off. No, I'm rearing to go. I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
He turns and he starts going, not listening to him.
Liam reaches a hand out to Adrian to help him off of the grass.
So delighted inside. He's so happy. He takes Liam's hand and thank you. He acts very cool about it though.
Are you alright? You're doing okay.
No. But, well, you're right, I suppose. We're going in there together and we'll do our best.
Good. Let's go then.
Okay.
What was it again? Pillar number 9?
9.
Yes, September being the 9th month.
Are you coming?
Zachery.
Zach, what are you doing?
Zachery!
What are you doing all the way over there?
I thought you all were following me.
We had to take a moment for a character interaction.
This is what I'm talking about. You can't just run off.
Robin follows the group up and looks around and is like, well, I really rather would not travel by calf this time. If somebody would mind picking me up.
Oh, God, Daniel picks him up. Runs after Zach with the cat.
Who is Zaniel? Anyway.
Daniel. Oh, fusion.
Fusion!
That's what the ship is called.
Oh, that's cute.
Zachery, seeing the cat in Daniel's hands, sort of gently takes the cat from Daniel and puts the cat on his shoulders instead.
Oh.
Thank you!
Don't want you getting thrown again, he says.
Daniel didn't say anything.
There were allergies, remember?
He sneezed him off. Alright, 9th pillar?
9th pillar.
Yes, Jesus.
Liam takes Adrian's hand.
Zachery takes Liam and Daniel's hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the Adrian...
Wait, how am I going to touch the pillar? Both of my hands are holding a boy.
Somebody else is going to touch the pillar.
It's gonna be Adrian.
Okay.
He puts his flask away.
Good for him.
I'll touch it. Well, are we ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
Okie dokie. He puts his hand on the pillar.
And 4 lights blip up to the top of the pillar and blink out at the top. When the 4 of you open your eyes, you're standing in a small, dimly lit room. The light for the room comes through an opening in the ceiling. Along with the light, something else is falling into the room. It's sand. 4 streams of sand fall down into the room, a room without any doors or windows. There's something small and white at one end of the room, and there's no way out.